CIG has been claiming for a while that the game is playable. But how playable is it? Is it stable enough to be playable? In this hardcore challenge, we put ourselves and the game to the test. With no deaths, no ship claims, logging in and out of the game only from our ship, and no game glitches. This is the test of gameplay exploration in hardcore mode to see if we can survive 10 days in space. We logged out of our ship above the city planet of Arcor in our Cutlass Black. But the real question when we re-enter the game is, where will we be? For this challenge to succeed, we must wake up in the bed of our Cutlass Black. And there we have it, Mobi, another successful login.
I know, but it's only day 3.
You can't tell me you're not starting to grow a little confidence.
Perhaps a minuscule amount. What are we going to do now?
Well, when we logged out, I figured we'd get the old prospector.
Old prospector. Here!
And go out and do a little mining. Sort of get reacquainted with the roots of mining, which is both lucrative and addictive.
So we need to go pull out the prospector.
No, because I changed my mind.
Are you allowed to do that?
It's my video. Instead, I noticed a curious thing about one of the missions. A few weeks ago, we did a video on the package delivery that was restricted from using quantum travel. That was over at Hurston, and it turned out to be a pretty decent little run. Well, over here at ArcCorp, they have the same quantum delivery mission, but as a variant. At Hurston, the mission was to pick up a box at one of the outposts on Hurston and travel to another place on the planet, almost on the other side, for delivery. Here at ArcCorp, the QT restricted mission is at one of the moons, and has us pick up 2 packages to deliver to 2 locations on that same moon. So I wanted to do that and compare it to how the mission felt over at Hurston.
Actually, that sounds a bit interesting. There are a number of variables to consider that are difficult to weigh without executing the mission.
Exactly. We'll get these 2 boxes here at Lyria and see how it goes.
What are you doing? You're going too fast.
This is called the old rubber band maneuver. Come in fast, overshoot, and ease back in for a nice landing.
Sounds like a good way to end your hardcore challenge.
You don't have to do this to impress me.
Probably, but I'm just feeling a little sporty today. We still gotta have fun. We'll even move ourselves a little closer to the door so we don't have to run so far in and out of the building. Interesting how these packages are in different buildings. So much for the moving in close thing. Okay, packages acquired. Now off to our first stop, the Loveridge Mineral Reserve. Package delivered, Now to Humboldt Mines to drop off the second one.
We're passing by a ton of ship mineable rocks on the way.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to getting in our prospector. See, this is one of the cool things about Star Citizen. Having one of these outposts tucked away in this cluster of mountains. And even though I have mixed feelings about it, I'm gonna turn off my engines to help keep our ship more stable on the ground. I normally don't, but I better take the right precautions in this hardcore challenge. Okay, package dropped off and payment made. Though the 10,000 Alpha UEC felt a little disappointing somehow. I'm really tempted to get some of these goods and trade them back at ArcCorp, but I need a little more data.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna grab a couple of these missions here and explain on the way. It's the differences between the two missions and how it feels. This one seemed a good bit faster, but required more flying around and going to multiple places, and paid half of what the other mission paid. However, it was on a moon with lower gravity, so the to and from locations was pretty easy. I'm just not sure. I'm not as interested in the UEC per hour as I am whether it's fun gameplay and that opening comment about playable now. Not only does the game need to be stable, but whatever it is you're doing in the game needs to be enjoyable. Something you look forward to coming back to doing. So I'm still on the fence about this variant.
I also want to see you taking the precautions you mentioned while doing this hardcore challenge. I saw you load a rifle into the gun rack of the ship before you logged out on day 2. Rather than it just hanging there as an ornament, I suggest you equip the gun. After all, we are not in an armistice zone at many of these outpost locations.
Smart thinking, Mobi. I am playing a bit loose. Alright, these two missions I picked up have us picking up all the boxes from both missions from the same location. And one of the drop-off points is back at that same mountain location of Humboldt Mines. It's really the best possible scenario. So let's grab all these packages, do these two missions together, and see how we feel. That was pretty cool. How it knew to let me pick up all 4 packages across both missions without having to switch the missions. We'll go to this first drop-off point here at Sal 5 that's relatively close. I've also been watching our fuel consumption, which isn't bad. I mean, the 315p probably would have been better, but this is pretty doable. There's also been another little plus with this mission variant. By going to multiple locations like this, it's getting us more acquainted with the different locations, what they have to offer for tradable goods or spawning of ground vehicles, how safe they are. And let's face it, much of the playable now aspect is the amazing visuals the game has to offer, so checking out the views at these locations is a noteworthy point.
Feeling sporty again with some low mountain flying.
I know. I shouldn't, but it feels good.
Remember, sweetie, there are viewers counting on you to keep focused and complete the 10 days.
Okay, I'll watch it. Alright, the 2 packages delivered at Humboldt, one last stop. And we should also not forget to close our rear hatch when we're in a situation of potential hijacking. Okay, last package dropped off and final payment in the pocket. That's a total of 30,000 credits between running these 3 missions.
So what did you think?
I think this ship looks a lot bigger on the outside than it does on the inside.
I mean, what did you think about this mission variant in contrast to the one at Hurston?
Oh, well, I expected that I would like these multi-stop missions on the moon better. But all things considered, I think I'm a little partial to the longer travel on the planet at Hurston.
A penny for your thoughts.
It's because they are a non-quantum travel mission and meant to have that long marathon haul kind of feel to it. I felt this variant fell a little short. It was almost like any other package delivery mission. Plus, if I were to really make an effort to time versus payment comparison, the Hurston mission felt a little better, and I wasn't going to as many locations where I could run into a hostel of some sort. There were a couple positives on this multi-stop variant, but my vote here is the single longer haul mission.
For any of our viewers that have done both kinds of non-quantum missions, I'd like to see your thoughts and preferences in the comments.
Well said, Mobi, and I'm looking forward to our Day 4. Today went completely uneventful.
Other than your erratic flying,
I had everything under control.
we felt very close to a Nupkins combat landing.
Look, we were a long way from a full faceplant.
And we're still a long way from Day 10, so just be careful.
Will do, Mobi. See you tomorrow.